All right, that was Marcy Gonzalez reporting there. Joining me to discuss all of this is Tom Borelli, a contributor to the Conservative Review and to America's Voice, and Spencer Critchley, a Democratic strategist and a former communications advisor to Obama for America in 2008 and 2012. And he is also the host of A Dastardly Cleverness in the Service of Good Podcasts. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us. And Spencer, let's start with you, because out of the declared candidates, Bernie Sanders is seen as the top challenge to President Trump. Do you think that Sanders is who the Democrats should field?
Well, I haven't made my decision, so I wouldn't go that far, but I think it's very interesting that Bernie appears to have gotten a big bump from his Fox News appearance, and I would like to note that his the response to the question from Brett Baer about whether people would like to ditch their employer-supplied health care in favor of Bernie's plan was one of the great moments in recent broadcasting. I think really, you know, we're seeing probably the effect of appearing on Fox News, which shouldn't be underestimated. I think more Democrats should appear on Fox News for that very reason. We need to reach everybody in the country. I think also that when we look at the response to Bernie and to Joe Biden and to Pete Buttigieg, what we're seeing is a hunger for authenticity. And this is something that's all too easy for politicians to forget and for the political media to forget. Really, voters want a strong leader they believe they can trust to fight for them, and it doesn't get much more complicated than that. And I think that's one of the big advantages that Bernie has, however you feel about his policies, is he comes across as an authentic person who will really fight for the people he's trying to lead.
Tom, is Bernie Sanders authentic? Is he a formidable foe to the president?
I certainly agree that he is really, you know, solid. For his politics, he's really been unyielding. He is, you know, formidable in that respect. He's been very consistent. With respect for a run against...
Even though during the debate he said, I'm not going to apologize for being wealthy?
Well, of course. I mean, they're all politicians. What do you expect? But, you know, he's been a consistent, you know, socialist-leaning type Democrat. That's been his policies forever. I think it was smart for him to go on Fox News. Why not get, you know, earned media in that amount? I mean, that's a, you know, tremendous opportunity. He also has the list, the donors list from the last time around, and he's got name recognition. So he has a lot of that going for him. Now, with respect to going against President Trump, if he was to get that far, I don't think he would stand a chance against President Trump, because the country is still a center-right country, and his policies are very, very extreme, whether it be Medicare for all or, you know, free college tuition, you name it, it's free. And that's not going to be good for our debt.
Well, we would expect you, a conservative, to say he wouldn't be a foe for the president. But the latest Rasmussen poll shows that these more radical policies aren't favored by the majority of voters, including, as you say, Medicare for all, including policies on illegal immigration. That's clearly a big issue in the upcoming election. It came up in the Fox News town hall last night. Bernie Sanders pitching that the government should provide housing for illegal immigrants along the border. Let's take a listen.
So the people who live on the border should have more facilities in their states, but sanctuary cities which have said they're open to accepting people should not take more.
Now, this is a political act on the president.
No, it's a real question.
No, it's not a real question.
So, Spencer, let's throw it to you. U.S. taxpayers need to put up illegal immigrants at the border. A rejection of President Trump's plan to say that illegal immigrants that can no longer be held legally should go to sanctuary cities. Do you support the suggestion by Bernie Sanders that more U.S. taxpayers need to provide more hospitable conditions for illegal immigrants at the border?
We certainly have to do much better as the richest country in the history of the world, and until recently a country that was renowned for its commitment to openness and welcoming people from around the world to come and contribute and
so why
take
not
part
welcome
in the
them
benefits
to
of freedom.
sanctuary cities?
We certainly have to do better than putting them in cages.
So why not welcome them to sanctuary cities then?
I think the response from most of the sanctuary cities that I've seen is, you know, sure, we're not afraid of immigrants. I mean, we understand that most of these people we've seen surging towards the border under President Trump's failed anti-immigrant policy are desperate refugees. We're not afraid of these people, and they have every legal right under American and international law to apply for asylum. Sanctuary cities are not afraid of immigrants. And, you know, I would note, as has been noted many times before, the crime rate among immigrants of all sorts, whether they're documented, undocumented, whatever, is lower than for native-born Americans. There's no reason to fear these people. There is an issue of secure borders, of course, but we can have secure borders and we can live up to our ideals of treating people humanely.
When you look at the percentage of the population makeup, so those statistics have been questioned by many, including the Center for Immigration Studies. But Tom, what do you think? I mean, do you support this pitch by Bernie Sanders, or do you support the president saying, let's bring these illegal immigrants to sanctuary cities? Or do you think that that was just a way for the president to highlight this issue and highlight the need for reform?
I think it was a really great way to highlight the need for reform because it was last month, 100,000 illegal migrants entered the United States and were apprehended. 100,000. We don't have cities that large. And in fact, the focus on moving them to sanctuary cities was good enough to wake up Cher, the entertainer, who started to talk about priorities. What about the thousands of homeless in the streets of Los Angeles and other cities, Seattle, San Diego? What about that? What about the veterans who I believe there's like one veteran committing suicide every 20 minutes? That's where our priority should be. It shouldn't be on taking care of illegal aliens. They should apply for asylum in their home country. They should not be allowed to walk through Mexico. There are many problems all along the way.
Yeah, as to your point, Tom, it does have some of the typical liberal voices now chiming in against this proposal from sanctuary cities. All right, we're out of time. Thank you so much, Tom Borelli and Spencer Critchley. And coming up, France is responding to the burning of the Notre Dame Cathedral. We'll have the latest.